Joe Biden firmly denounces calls to step aside from fellow Democrats. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back again with a new video, and today, Biden refuses to step aside. Yeah, that's right. Despite having an awful interview, despite having a terrible debate performance, despite frankly having just a bad month in general, this guy just refuses to step aside for whatever reason. Despite all the calls from Democrats, he's saying, nope, I'm staying in the race. The voters have spoken. I'm going to be the Democrat nominee, and I'm going to somehow beat the orange man come November. So let us get into it. President Joe Biden began a crucial week for his candidacy by seeking to stamp out growing criticism by fellow Democrats who wanted to step aside in the race, which it is growing. And not just, oh, 2 congressmen said he has to go. No. It seems like every day we're getting 1 or 2 more Democrats in Congress, or hell, even the Senate, going, yeah, I think it's time for Biden to go away. We need to pick, say, Kamala Harris or someone else, because Biden's gonna lose. I mean, every day at this point, it's someone different, and not just, Democrats in safe districts, or not even Jared Golden types. You have Democrats like Susan Wiles, who, by the way, is arguably one of the most competitive districts of this cycle. She is saying Biden must step aside. If she is saying that Biden's screwed and that she needs him to go away, that's not good for him, because she's in the definition of a battleground district. If Biden is doing so badly that she is openly saying he has to step aside, that's a disaster, because this is not, Jared Golden or Perez in Washington where it's a Trump district. No. Susan Wiles is in a battleground seat, but it's like Biden plus 0.2 or something. It's barely Democrat, or if not, it's barely Republican. It's not, heavy Republican. It's not heavy Democrat. It's the definition of a pure toss-up. And she is saying he has to go. Phoning into MSNBC's Morning Joe on Monday, the president said the voters have chosen him and dared his Democratic critics who wanted out to challenge him at the party's August convention. Which I honestly hope that happens, because that would be absolutely hilarious. But either way, the fact that Biden is openly saying that, why? Why would you say this not just in a private conversation, but in an interview on TV that millions of people, well, it's Morning Joe, so like 5 people are going to watch it, but like a bunch of people are going to watch the clips of it, where you're saying, yeah, so I'm going to stay in no matter what. You got to challenge me at the convention. You know what's going to happen? You're probably going to see someone decide, you know what? He wants a challenge, I'm going to give him one. And it's going to turn into a shit show where there's like a fist fight on the convention floor. There's a riot outside the convention. It's a mess. That could happen. Why would you even say that? That's why I think this is stupid, because you're just asking for a shit show at that point if you're saying, yeah, challenge me at the convention. No, I would be saying, let's settle this privately, hey, we got to unite as a party. Let's not cause a shit show at the convention. If that does happen, Trump is going to win in a landslide no matter what at that point. I think he's going to win by a lot right now. But if there's a fist fight at the convention floor, there's a shit show, it's a civil war inside the convention center, there's no way in hell that Democrats have any chance of winning. Hell, that probably kills the party for the next couple of years, because that would be such an embarrassment that you can't recover from that. You just can't. I'm getting so frustrated by the elites in the party. They know so much more, Biden said mockingly. If any of these guys don't think I should run against me. Go ahead. Announce for president, challenge me at the convention. My goodness, why? I just don't get why you would say this. I can just envision some Democrats in the White House and his campaign staff looking at this and saying to themselves, oh God, we're screwed now. We're not recovering, because I guarantee you at this point, there's going to be someone at the convention. They're going to try to run someone like, I'm not saying for sure, but let's say like a Gavin Newsom type that try to get rid of Biden. All right, would you really be surprised? I wouldn't. You don't say this publicly. All right, especially if you're on thin ice like Biden currently is. He is on such thin ice that you cannot say anything. You have to just shut up and try to work behind closed doors to solve the issue. No. His inner circle really thought it was a good idea to go on Morning Joe, which again, 5 people watched, but There's gonna be a bunch of clips online that tens of millions of people are gonna see. All right, they're gonna see this, and people will be like, okay, screw this guy. We've given him enough benefit of the doubt. We're gonna get rid of him at the convention. I guarantee you that's gonna happen now. Again, I'm not saying that Biden will not be the nominee, but I would not be shocked within the next couple of weeks if some big name Democrat that, might have supported Biden originally decides, you know what, this is my time to shine. This guy is going down in flames. So you know what? I'm going to try to replace him at the convention. That's entirely possible now. I just cannot comprehend being this arrogant, thinking, oh yeah, I'm on, such terrible terms with the rest of my party, so I'm going to go on Morning Joe and piss them off even further. I cannot believe that this is real. I really can't. In a new letter to Democrats, Biden said he's not blind to the concerns within his own party about his re-election candidacy in 2024. Oh, bullshit. So you're telling me what you said on ABC was BS. All right, did you really? So you just lied to everyone. Because remember, on ABC, he was saying, I'm going to win re-election. The polling is a grand conspiracy. It's all fake. I'm going to win. Now he's saying, well, actually, there might be a problem here, and some arguments are in good faith, but I'm still going to win. Wait, what? Hold on. I thought you said that these arguments or concerns were BS, that they were nothing. Now you're saying, actually, they're in good faith. Huh? The voters, and the voters alone, decide the nominee of the Democratic Party, he added. Well, okay, yeah, that's true. And this is a big problem for Democrats where if they get rid of Biden, they're essentially telling tens of millions of voters their voices don't matter. Like, we don't care what you think. We're going to pick someone ourselves. That's what they would do if they, in fact, got rid of Biden. But the problem is, the primary process was rigged. I mean, how can you look at 2020 and especially 2024 and say to yourselves, oh yeah, that was a very fair process? No, it wasn't. If it was a fair process, Bernie Sanders would have been the nominee. He would have been, all right? And Biden would have dropped out after South Carolina. Hell, he should have dropped out after New Hampshire. But either way, if the Democrat establishment did not collude to help Biden win the nomination, he would have, maybe won South Carolina, maybe, but it wouldn't have stopped Bernie. All right, there's no way it would have if he barely won South Carolina. And in 2024, you had Dean Phillips running, a congressman, by the way, not some random person. He got screwed. Again, he had no chance of beating Biden, but how they handled Dean Phillips is a disgrace. He was 100% right. They were canceling primaries left and right, and I know. Parties do that all the time with the incumbent. I understand that. But the difference was Biden wasn't getting, 95% of the vote. In fact, he was lucky to crack 80%. Some states he was at like 60% of the vote, 70%. Hell, he lost American Samoa. So this is the Democrat Party's fault. They colluded to try to stop any challenger from stopping Biden, and guess what? It backfired. Because now your only option was Dean Phillips. Again, there's no way he was going to beat Biden, but at the bare minimum, give him some kind of chance. All you did was just screw yourself over so badly where you're stuck with Biden, or you might have to go with Harris. Good job, by the way. I just find it so ironic that them screwing Bernie back in 2020 and Dean Phillips in 2024 came back and backfired horribly. This might go down as one of the biggest political backfires ever. Because if you would have kept the rules in place, right? Yes, Dean Phillips would have lost, and maybe back in 2020, Biden would have won the nomination. Who knows? But either way, you wouldn't be stuck in the situation you're currently in. You would at least have options. You would at least, have some kind of pathway to get rid of Biden. But now, you are stuck with him. And now he's going to say, I'm the nominee. The voters have decided, which is just misleading. It very much is. Because a bunch of states just said, nope, no primary. Nope, he's the nominee. So a bunch of voters didn't even get the chance to vote. There wasn't any debates. There was none of that. So, this argument, it works, but it really doesn't. Now, do I think he's going to drop out? I don't think he will. Now, will he get forced out? I think there's a chance. I think this is just stupid. Just absolutely stupid of him to go on Morning Joe and to say this about, yeah, the party elites, they can go F themselves. The party elites are the only reason you're the nominee. And they're not happy with you. So instead of, trying to appease them, you're saying, nope, screw them. But the thing is, it's not like the Republican Party where Trump did that back in 2016 and it worked. Here it's like, no, he needs the party elites to stay in power. And he really believes if we just attack them enough, they're going to stop. No. What's going to happen now is you're going to have a big name. I guarantee within the next week or two, you're going to have a huge name say Biden is done. He should drop out. He has to resign. All of that. Watch. I don't know who, but I guarantee you there's going to be a big name. Whether it's Clyburn, whether it's Pelosi, hell, maybe even Obama or even Clinton. I think there's going to be a big name in the next week or so that's going to say, yeah, it's time for Biden to step aside. Because I think he's playing a dangerous game within the Democrat Party by saying this. I think someone's going to look at this and say, you know what, screw it. We gave him the benefit of the doubt so many times, but he's saying, screw us? Okay, you're gone. You're not going to be the nominee. He might have some legitimate arguments about, the voters decided, but no, screw him. He's gone. Now, does that mean, he's not going to be the nominee? I don't know. I really don't know how this is going to go because this is ahistorical. This doesn't happen. But we are in very unprecedented times. This is uncharted territory. We have no clue what happens next. It could be very ugly. It could be very funny. It could be nothing. It can be anything. We just don't know how this is going to go. But my personal prediction is he's still the nominee. But there's going to be a shit show at the convention. I really believe that he's only going to be saved because he stacked his delegates with loyalists. Though there's been some reports saying that, yeah, his delegates that he packed, by the way, with loyal people, apparently they're saying, maybe we should move on from him. We just got to see what happens. But anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Godspeed to all of you.